Hey guys, MarshmallowChomp here, back with a T3 Arena video, and today I just unlocked the brand new hero, Fade. Now, let me tell you, I've only got him today, but he is already one of my favourites. He's very fun, pretty versatile, quite interesting in his playstyle, and adds a lot of variety to the game. His playstyle, from my experience so far, seems to be a tank that focuses on interfering. He can pick out certain enemies, solo them, and absolutely demolish that one person. So can pick out the key targets such as their Ruby, their Osas, their Hualing, their Iris. He can pinpoint them, tackle them to a wall, instantly kill them. Whereas his ult allows him to take all of the people on an objective, or just in an area, and throw them away, or throw them into a wall ready for killing. Or towards teammates, basically just let them get the kill. It's basically, this character just allows a lot, well, it works very well with teamwork, but on his own, he can just really win games. Like, the actions that he does may not get you the most kills, may not get you the most assists or the MVP or anything like that, but some of the moves that can be done by this guy can win you the game. So, sure, you might not get MVP on control, but you may have also been responsible for taking all the enemies off of the point, putting them in a bad position, killing them, taking the point, and winning the game from that. So, pretty interesting, and he's a ton of fun. Today, however, I went against 52nd in the world of Fade players. So that means they're pretty experienced, and obviously they're more versed in how to play Fade than I am. And yet, I won. So here we go. I'm sure the standings have changed, as Fade standings will change quite a lot, but at the time of this match, they were 52nd. And they are still 52nd, so as you can see here, number 52 Fade in the world. So, why don't we watch the gameplay?
I'm not sticking around for this.
As you can see, we were both pretty evenly matched in terms of score. I died 2 less times, big ups. However, this guy was, I will mention, he had level 10 and had, well, because he's level 10, had the passive ability, which makes Fade a whole lot stronger, and I'm looking forward to getting it myself. What it does is it allows Fade, when taking or receiving, well, when dealing or receiving damage, sorry, it reduces the cooldown on his abilities, meaning he gets to do them a whole lot more than I do. And with them being interference, stuns, and high damage abilities, that's quite a big deal to have them a lot more than I do. I'm having to rely on my gun a lot more, which is a weird gun. Crowd control, it rolls these cannonballs that blow up, and if they don't go on contact, they'll have a little fuse on them. But it's also just kind of hard to hit. They're massive, as you can see, but they're still hard to hit, which is weird. So he comes right out the gate with a dash. For some reason mine wasn't counted as well as the wall, but I do have counter dash. He gets greedy and tries to do it again, and that worked to my advantage because I'd already crossed the corner, or gone around the corner. There's no way he's hitting me with that, and it's pretty hard to stay the tackle thing, so it was game over. It's Jabali. I'm guessing it's because he doesn't understand the character yet, which is fair enough. But really, man, putting up a shield to stop someone running at you. I will say, I felt a bit bad. Good little Jabali, who was pretty cute trying to pop his shield. The Gloria just had a rough time there. The cannonballs do a lot of damage to squishier characters, so that just fell nicely for me, and they didn't really have any way of getting around it. If I were them, I would have been tempted to kind of evade the first one and just go all in on shotgun. So they're bullying my team in the spawn area over here, and I know that the other Fade is onto me, that's why I'm not pushing too far forward and I'm trying to keep underneath, because I know he's up top. But then he drops down, and I try and play this column, and that did not work. By playing the column, I basically mean dancing left and right around the column. By the way, this was a glitch. I was moving around, but it just apparently didn't to everyone else. And when I died, I moved miles away, so I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, by playing the column, and this is something you should do when going against Fades. It can be columns, walls, just anything that you can move around either side of very quickly. The steering control The steering control on the dash is awful and really slow. So how do you counteract that? You just keep going left and right around the walls so they can't actually get you. He obviously just sucked me up with the ultimate, and there he got a bit of a grab on me, which wouldn't appear to be. The grab of the push, of the tackle attack, sorry, is bigger than it would look. But if you can play the walls right, or the columns, or the corners, you can just keep nipping in or out, and if they commit to a dash, you can just very easily sidestep it. They'll hit a wall, and if they hit a wall, then or just go past you, they'll not hit you. And it's basically stunning them. That's just time and they're stuck not being able to do anything. So here we played the corner again. I knew that he was going to try and dash me as soon as he came out of the suck up attack thing. So I threw him out the wall, played the corner, he went for a dash, was a bit confused, hit the door frame, I just counteracted it. Sadly though, he had Battle from Gloria, so I just died. Here is just low health, so I just decided to pick that up. Accidental kill on Jabali, to be honest. I don't know why he was shielding someone who had it back to him, but I have a feeling that Jabali's quite new. And big ups, because Jabali was my main, and kind of still is my main ever since the beginning. I love Jabali, and seeing new Jabali is always great. So yeah, I decided not to dash there because I was just going to go through like 2 cannonballs, take 4,000 damage, and probably not even get to the other fade. So I did a quick turn, because before you actually start moving, the turn on the dash is very fast, almost too fast. So yeah, I was able to readjust and go for Jabali. Poor little fella tried putting his shield up again. So here we go, we're going to try bouncing the cannonballs, that didn't work. Also, that's what happens if you dash at each other, guys. Nothing really. So luckily this Iris absolutely saved me there. And then we just give him a taste of his own medicine. He dashes me. But the Iris giving me heals is the only reason I was able to come out of that. Because, yeah, very nice heals. Just made it so his damage was not actually doing all too much in between shots because of the long shot time. One decent way to play Fade is, yeah, I accidentally messed that dash up and got behind 2 people in an ancient power pyramid. I'm not surviving that damage. But yeah, something really nice that you can do with Fade is because the cannonballs are quite big,
team is about
if
to win.
on certain maps, such as like payload maps, you can find a small room, it's almost impossible to dodge the cannonballs. They do massive damage of 2,000,
Attention,
and
your
they
opponents
have
are
pretty
about
big
to
explosions, so you just dominate anyone. Sort of like Christina, but you've got more health to do it. So obviously, with 1 point ahead, I'm not committing to anything there. And that is, guys, how I beat 52nd in the world. Now, I will say they played very well, and I would also say that despite them dying 2 more times than me, I still believe they played better than I did. That's to be expected because I'm not that experienced in the character, but I feel they did very well. And I will also like to say that they are an absolute champ, because after the match they did actually send me on like. So there are the final standings, and to be honest, as much as I hate to say it, I feel that even though for some reason they got SVP, as you can see here, I feel they lost because of the Jabali. And also, I don't want to put the Jabali down, again, I believe they're quite new, and they tried their hardest, they were trying to be helpful with the shields, and I always love to see new Jabali players. But 4 for 6, 3 for 6, I mean, mine were 4 for 7, 4 for 6, so no better, but in fact, actually it's identical, because 3-6 is 9, and 4-6 is 10, so 19. What am I doing there? That's not how that works. You know what I mean though. They got 1 less kill, but 1 man had 1 more kill, 1 more death, so it sort of evens out, and then it just came to him dying 2 more times. But as you can see, there were 6 and 3 assists, so there's more assists on my team, so that means they helped me out in the fights more. Also, they were great at taking out the guy himself when I wasn't able to. Now, if we look at the little dude here, yeah, you can see he's very new. Actually, he's played a lot of Hunter, but everyone else, very new. So, Level 7. Ah, what a little cutie potato. So yeah, big ups to that guy. Big ups to the whole enemy team. It was a great match. I hope you enjoyed. If you want anything to do with T3, any PC game suggestions, as I now have a PC, and if you just want to ask for anything about Fade, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.